He looked redder than usual, sweaty, deer in the headlights, because this is not the kind of reaction that he normally gets. But look, from a strategic standpoint, it shouldn't be surprising. Donald Trump's agenda and his policies are the furthest thing from libertarian that you can get. And so it doesn't surprise me that when he is somebody who wants to tell women what to do with their bodies, who wants to take away people's rights to vote, who wants to essentially control so many communities within the United States, and has said that he was going to be a dictator on day one, that's not something that libertarians are going to support, and this is clearly the evidence of that.
Welcome back to What Was That? I'm Gabe Sanchez. Donald Trump decided to show up to the Libertarian National Convention in Washington, D.C., and let's just say things did not go well for him. Now, before Trump even showed up, his wannabe VP/cringy rapper Vivek Ramaswamy took the stage and got an unwelcome response.
I have gotten to know Donald Trump over the course of the last several years and the last several months, and you're going to hear from him tomorrow night. And my thesis for you, you believe it? You all get to speak your mind. I respect that. Libertarians in the room got to speak up. But now the question is, how do you get it done? I believe the future of this country depends on a libertarian nationalist alliance that will save this country. That's what I believe is required. And my challenge to you... So he's speaking here tomorrow night, right? You guys invited him. He's coming here tomorrow. Are you going to agree with him on 100% of what he says? Nope. Do I agree with 100% of his policy positions? No. Okay. But do I believe that he is the best? I mean, who's going to be the president? Is he going to be the Democratic nominee or the Republican nominee? I think Donald Trump is unambiguously. I mean, come on. Look, I invite you to Dream On, Aerosmith. We got to play the Aerosmith, right? I mean, I'm being honest here.
Nothing warms my heart more than watching a charlatan like Vivek Ramaswamy, who claims to be a libertarian, get booed by libertarians. And just to spice things up, RFK Jr.'s team was handing out rubber chickens to use when Trump showed up.
RFK has been passing these out. These are rubber chickens he was giving out to people here at the convention, David, telling them, debate Bobby. And so they say tonight people are going to be squeezing these, I guess, when Trump's on that stage, because they want to see him to take him on the debate stage. Back to you.
I love the libertarians.
So when Trump stepped on stage, unsurprisingly, he was hit with a wave of boos and signs by attendees.
I would like to welcome to the stage the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
This is the one time that Democrats and Libertarians actually agree on something. We do not like Donald Trump.
Combine with us in a partnership. We're asking that of the Libertarians. We must work together. Combine with us. You have to combine with us.
Talk about not being able to read the room.
And I stand before you tonight as your best hope of defeating the weaponized Biden and the very evil regime.
They just keep booing him.
Some of the things that make me a libertarian without even trying to be one. That's nice.
And even more boos.
Or at least lots of your votes, lots and lots of libertarian votes, based on my 4-year, very outstanding presidential record. Much of my record is libertarian.
I could watch libertarians boo Trump all day. It might actually be my new favorite hobby.
This day just keeps getting better and better.
So in a lame and pathetic attempt to try to win the crowd over, Trump promised that if he were elected, he would appoint libertarians to posts within his administration.
That is why I'm committing to you tonight that I will put a libertarian in my cabinet and also libertarians in senior posts. Pretty good.
Libertarians can spot Trump's lies from a mile away, and they know him for the con man and the fraud that he actually is. You could cut the tension in that room with a knife, or actually, better yet, a shaving razor. Speaking of razors, I want to thank today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. Everyone knows how annoying cheap razors are. The cuts, the irritation, and sometimes you get those little ingrown hairs. You know the ones I'm talking about. It's incredibly frustrating. And don't even get me started with subscription razors. I mean, the headaches that those can cause? That's why you gotta meet Henson Shaving. Henson Shaving is a family-owned aerospace parts manufacturer that has made parts for the International Space Station and Mars rover, and now they are bringing precision engineering to your shaving experience. Razor blades are like diving boards. The longer the board, the more wobble. The more wobble, the more nicks, cuts, and scrapes. A bad shave isn't a blade problem, it's an extension problem. By using aerospace-grade CNC machines, Henson makes metal razors that extend just 0.0013 inches, which is less than the thickness of a human hair. That means a secure and stable blade with a vibration-free shave. It gets better. The razor has built-in channels to evacuate hair and cream, which makes clogging virtually impossible. Seriously, Henson Shaving wants to be the best razor, not the best razor business. That means no plastic, no subscriptions, no proprietary blades, and no planned obsolescence. The Henson razor works with the standard dual-edge blades to give it that old-school shave with the benefits of new-school tech. Once you own a Henson razor, it's only about $3 to $5 per year to replace the blades. My first shave with Henson was incredibly smooth and refreshing. The design is sleek and the durability is top-notch. The Henson razor is truly so much better than your run-of-the-mill quote-unquote traditional razor brand. And the affordability factor is absolutely game-changing. No more wasting your money on expensive blades. With Henson Shaving, you get a year of blades for $5. It's time to say no to subscriptions and yes to a razor that'll last you a lifetime. Visit hensonshaving.com/Gabe to pick the razor for you and use code GABE and you'll get 2 years worth of blades free with your razor. Just make sure to add them to your cart. That's 100 free blades when you head to hensonshaving.com/Gabe and use code GABE. Then Trump made another bold promise. Free Silk Road founder and libertarian Ross Ulbricht. As in Ross Ulbricht, who is serving a double life sentence for drug trafficking, hacking, and money laundering through his website that was hosted on the dark web.
And if you vote for me on day one, I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served.
Again, Trump is not going to do any of the things that he promised these libertarians. The guy never did any of the things that he promised when he was elected in 2016. I mean, do you remember how he keeps saying that his healthcare plan will be available in 2 weeks?
Unfortunately, that's never going to happen.
And of course, the MAGA sycophants came out to claim that Trump's speech was a win for him and the Republican Party. Like Utah Senator Mike Lee, who tweeted, "Trump knocked it out of the park tonight at the Libertarian Convention. Well done, sir."
Okay, so I just finished speaking at the Libertarian Convention, and then President Trump spoke right after me. This was amazing. No other president in U.S. history, to my knowledge, has ever shown up at another party's political convention, openly asked for their endorsement, and just really hit the ground running. Well done, President Trump. I think you won the hearts and minds of a whole lot of libertarians out there and a whole lot of other Americans. Thank you.
You sure about that?
Unknown and less than mediocre guy Nick Sorter tweeted, "Think about what happened last night. Trump agreed to speak at a rival party's convention in front of a hostile audience, a room where people had been unruly all day, and managed to bring the room together. I'm sorry, are we watching the same convention? They literally booed him at every point." And then Vivek Ramaswamy came crawling back after getting booed at the convention by tweeting, "Shame on Biden. Real men face people who disagree with them instead of hiding in their bunkers." Sorry, but if I'm not mistaken, Trump cowardly ran to his bunker as protest over George Floyd happened outside the White House. By the end of Trump's speech, it finished just like it started, with boos.
Now I think you should nominate me or at least vote for me, and we should win together. You heard those words. Nominate me or vote. Vote for me. Because the libertarians want to vote for me, and most of them will.
Trump even posted a pathetic rant on Truth Social about how he would get a majority of the libertarian votes. Except, guess what? Trump's weak attempts to win them over failed, and libertarians picked Chase Oliver as their presidential nominee. Well, that's all for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to follow me at I am Gabe Sanchez. What Was That is made possible by viewers like you. And if you'd like to support the show and get early access to content, you can contribute to my personal Patreon at patreon.com/IamGabeSanchez. Thank you for your support. So until next episode, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?